Some weeks we don't have it in us to do a full meal prep, but making something is always better than nothing. When that happens with me, I focus on what I struggle with most, which for me is protein. This week I kept it simple by only prepping proteins. Mushroom spinach scrambled eggs for breakfast, chicken salad for lunch, and palak chicken for dinner. Keeping it protein focused makes it easy to mix and match with different carbs and veggies throughout the week. Let's get started. Starting with breakfast, I made mushroom spinach scrambled eggs. This one comes together in just a few minutes but is packed with protein and veggies to keep you full. First, I chopped a green chilli and a bunch of mushrooms. You can use any kind you like, button, cremini, or even shiitake for more flavor. Then in a pan, I sprayed oil and added the chopped chilies and mushrooms. I seasoned them with salt and pepper and let them cook down until they were golden brown and softened. This took about 3 to 4 minutes. Now for the eggs, I only used liquid egg whites to keep it high in protein and also to reduce the effort of cracking a bunch of eggs. I directly poured an entire 500-gram pack of egg whites on the pan and kept stirring gently. There are two ways to keep eggs from sticking to the pan. Either add lots of butter, which I did not, and the other way is to keep stirring it like I did here. I cooked them down on low heat so the eggs stay soft and fluffy. Next, I added a handful of spinach. It looks like a lot at first, but it shrinks down quickly. Stirred for about a minute until it was wilted, and then once it was done, I took it off the heat immediately to prevent overcooking. This made about 4 to 5 servings. I stored all of it in an airtight container. Throughout the week, I had it in different ways. On the mornings I was in a rush, I just had some as is. It tastes well cold or heated up in microwave based on your preference. Some mornings I had it with a toast, and my favorite one was turning it into a wrap by adding the scrambled eggs on a tortilla, wrapping it, and lightly toasting it on pan. It tasted so good in all the ways. Moving on to lunch, I made a super easy chicken salad that's great for wraps, sandwiches, or eating on its own. I used this pre-cooked chicken from Costco to save time. It's my go-to hack whenever I'm not in a mood to cook. I used the entire 600 grams pack to make 5 servings. I shredded the chicken to make the pieces smaller and added them to a bowl. You can also use a hand mixer to make this process faster. And then I added a chopped serrano pepper. Then I added some onions. I had a big onion chopped already because I did ingredient prep the week prior to this. Then I chopped a few celery sticks finely and tossed them onto the chicken as well. Usually parsley goes well in this salad, but I was running out of it. For the dressings, I directly added mayo, Dijon mustard, lemon juice, salt, black pepper, and crushed red pepper. I didn't really measure the seasonings, I just estimated them but kept them on a lighter side. That way they won't be over seasoned, and in case I want to tweak the salad into different meals, I could have done that, although I did not. I packed the salad as is in airtight containers. Throughout the week, I had them in a couple of ways. First one was on sourdough toast. Adding a carb made it a very filling and satisfying meal. The other way I had it was as a salad on top of a bed of arugula that I tossed in some olive oil. This way made the salad more refreshing and light. I loved it both ways. For dinner, I made palak chicken, a protein-packed meal with iron-rich spinach. Next, I brought a big saucepan of water to a boil along with some salt and added an entire bag of spinach in it. More the better since spinach shrinks so much. I blanched it for a couple of minutes, and as soon as it wilted, I moved it into a blender along with some ice cubes to cool it down, and then blended the spinach until it was smooth. Then in the same pan, after draining the water, I sprayed some oil and sautéed cumin seeds. Then I finally chopped about half a cup of onion along with green chili and ginger. Once the cumin seeds were toasted, I added the onion mixture over it and let it saute for a few more minutes. Then in the same chopper, I pureed 3 tomatoes as well. I waited for the onion to turn translucent before adding in the tomatoes. And then I seasoned them with the classic Indian spices, turmeric, red chili powder, cumin powder, the trifecta, along with salt. I let the onion tomato masala roast for a little more, and then in a few minutes added the pureed spinach over it. This is the classic spinach gravy that's typically used for palak paneer, but instead of paneer, I like adding something with a better calorie to protein ratio. So I added the same pre-cooked chicken from Costco. I stirred everything together and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. And with that, my palak chicken was ready as well. I had it in different ways throughout the week. The classic way with a roti and side salad. Actually, instead of roti, it's a frozen parantha. desperate times. I also made some cumin rice to go with it, but my favorite way was the unconventional palak chicken pasta. I simply added some of that palak chicken into cooked pasta and stirred it together and had this Italian Indian fusion. It was so good. And those are my 3 easy protein packed meals prepped for the week. I love this method because I can switch up my carbs and sides throughout the week to keep things interesting. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments, do you meal prep just proteins or full meals?